It was Leo's 51st birthday, so we decided to make it a special day by celebrating in Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch is the second oldest town in South Africa and is best known as a world-class wine region that's surrounded by stunning natural beauty. We decided on a winery called Tokara that produces award-winning Sauvignon Blanc and Cabernet Sauvignon. Leo enjoys the occasional glass of wine, and I'm not a big drinker. The true reason we chose this winery is because apart from being known for its wines and ambiance, it's known by locals as a family-friendly winery with a big play area for kids. Before we headed to Tokara, we stopped by the Stellenbosch town area for coffee and a cookie. When we arrived at Tokara, we were greeted by a wondrous sight. Everywhere we looked was a carpet of green. At the entrance of the restaurant, there was a stunning bronze statue of African heads stacked one on top of the other. We were led through the restaurant to our table outside in front of the play structure. Leo and I just looked at each other and mouthed, "Wow." Before us was a majestic view of the play structure surrounded by a manicured lawn in the foreground and an olive grove in the background. Further behind the olive trees was a backdrop of mountains, and up above was a beautiful blue sky filled with marshmallow clouds. The kids immediately ran off to play. They entertained themselves on the play structure and made some new friends. Leo and I soaked up the atmosphere and shared a relaxing moment, simply enjoying life together. After a while, the food was served, and we marveled at the contrast and simplicity of our meals in Kenya compared to the meal before us in this place of bounty and sophistication. It's not to say that we enjoyed our meals in Kenya any less than this one. While we were in Kenya, we did not feel that we lacked anything, but the spread before us made obvious the difference in the variety and freshness of ingredients, as well as the precision in cooking and the refinement of presentation. Just after our meal, an elderly couple came to our table and introduced themselves to us. This is not unusual, as we've found South Africans to be extremely friendly and warm. The reason that they approached us, explained the woman, is because they wanted to compliment us on our children. They're just lovely. They play so well and are so friendly. There was magic in that moment. Silver glitter fell from the sky, and Israel Kamikawiwole's version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow filled the air. Not in real life, just in my mind. This was a reminder of the power of an unexpected compliment. The elderly lady told us that her husband was a professor of statistics at Stellenbosch University and added that they were celebrating his birthday. They asked if we would like to have a piece of chocolate cake baked by their daughter in honor of the celebration. "What a coincidence," we exclaimed, and told them that we were celebrating Leo's birthday too. A few moments later, they returned with a generous slice of a 3-layer chocolate cake with buttercream frosting and strawberries. It was moist and delicious and reminded us a little of Sweet Ever After's chocolate cake. We spent a bit more time in the playground, and Leo and Ran played some ping pong. Well into the afternoon, there weren't many diners remaining, so we had most of the place to ourselves. We spotted a male peacock walking around the playground, and we followed him around, hoping he would open his tail feathers, which unfortunately he did not. He did, however, give us the idea to explore the rest of the grounds. We toured the hydroponic garden, the olive grove, and the vines. Under the afternoon sun, the views were phenomenal, and together with the light and the atmosphere, reminiscent of Tuscany. Leo wanted to go to the tasting room to have a look, so we meandered over there and shared 2 glasses of wine, a white and red Director's Reserve wines. We taught the children everything we knew about wine tasting, which is not much, even though we visited a few wine regions around the world. Despite our lack of knowledge about wines, there was no lack of enjoyment in the experience. Rand, with help from Amber and Dean, baked a chocolate cake, and we celebrated Leo's 51st birthday with our second chocolate cake of the day. The children got out all of the gifts they had prepared that morning: letters, drawings, creative crafts, and even paper airplanes. Kids are supremely talented at turning next to nothing, just some markers and a few scraps of paper, into unique and special gifts. Ellen made Leo a pink crown that he wore proudly on his head. We sang happy birthday and enjoyed the chocolate cake with 2 kinds of ice cream, mint chocolate chip and tin roof. It was a sweet ending to a magical day.